guys, so today I wanted to sit down and do kind of a very serious video with you guys. If you did not see it on my blog, I will put it in the description below, but I did do a very long post about how I got postpartum depression after the miscarriage. It has been almost 3 months since the miscarriage, and it has been up and down. The first few weeks were a little tough, and then once I had my post-op appointment, I would say about 5 days before was the last like crying fit and upset that I was, and then I was fine. So when I went to my appointment, my doctor was really happy with how I was healing, both physically and mentally, and so everything was fine. He told me if anything got wrong to just give him a call. I probably went about a month and I was perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden shit hit the friggin' fan, and I don't know what happened, but I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to cook. I really didn't want to eat. When I did eat, I kind of like binged eat because I'm an emotional eater. So that was not fun. I just really was not feeling well, and I didn't know why, and I didn't really tell anybody about it, which was part of my problem. I was kind of holding it inside. I was crying a lot. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to leave the house, and I mean, I have to leave the house every day because I take Jeffrey to school and pick him up, and I didn't even want to do that. It was really, really tough, and I don't know, I like couldn't put my finger on it at the time. I'm like, am I PMSing? Am I just, is it the weather? Like, I couldn't figure out what the problem was. Then this went on for about a week, and then the next week I was crying constantly and feeling so bad, to the point where I really wanted to leave. Like, I wanted to get in my car and leave my kids. That's how I was feeling. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but that's how I felt. And I went a whole week feeling like this, and then a Saturday morning, Jeffrey had a huge meltdown, Robert had a huge meltdown, and Mommy had a huge meltdown. And I finally told Ed that I needed to talk to him. I really needed to talk to him about something. I had not been feeling well. Like, something's wrong, and I really needed to talk to him. And so we took the boys out that day. We took them to the park, wore them out, and then we went for a drive. We figured, you know what, they'll pass out in the car, they'll watch a movie, I can vent about everything that I'm friggin' feeling and hopefully feel better and get Ed, you know, on the same page as me. So we went for a ride. I told Ed everything that I had been feeling, and I said, I really feel like I did after having Robert. I feel like I have the postpartum depression again. And he was very supportive, and he was like, you know, you have been off. He's like, but I figured, you know, you're dealing with a lot. You know, life has been crazy. He was traveling a ton again, so it was like, it was a lot. So he told me to call my doctor, which I had planned on doing. So I did call my doctor that Monday. But I must say, after talking to Ed and after telling him how I felt and how he now knew what was going on, I felt a lot better. I really like had a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. So after that, I did call the doctor on Monday. I must say, I think after that, I didn't cry though. I didn't cry the rest of the day on Saturday or Sunday or even Monday. I think I was fine. I did call my doctor. I talked to him for a while. He was very supportive and told me that this was very common. And because I had postpartum depression after Robert, and we're pretty sure I had it after Jeffrey too, but because I got pregnant right away, my hormones were so woohoo that we figured that's what was going on. But the consensus now is that I had it after both boys. So he wasn't shocked that I got it. He was happy that I was talking about it and that I realized that there was something wrong. He did not recommend medication at that time because he said he wanted to see if, because I was now talking about it, if I would feel better. Because I told him I did feel better after talking about it, and it had been a couple days, and I was feeling better getting it all out, and that's when I started writing it. And I was feeling better. So, let me, hold on. I've been talking so much. I even recorded a video out before this, so I thought it's a little scratchy. Sorry, but he wanted me to see how the next 2 weeks went, and if I was not back to normal in 2 weeks, to call him, and we would then discuss medications. So I was like perfectly fine with that because I really didn't want to go back on medications, and I was really hoping I could just get out of it. I knew it was, you know, a lot had happened, you know, between getting pregnant, having the miscarriage, having surgery, and then healing and moving. So much happened in like a 5-week period, then I'm shocked I didn't lose my crap earlier. So I think it was just all bottled up, and because everything happened, finally everything calmed down and my body started letting go and kind of, you know, dealing with this really, and maybe grieving where I thought I had already, you know, been through that. So I must say it has been probably, I think 3 weeks since I called my doctor, and I feel fine. That first week after talking to Ed, I had a couple times where I was a little upset, felt a little off, but I was like, you know what? I just got to deal with it, and I've got to, you know, what's really bothering me. And I was trying to figure out like how I could really process this. And I cannot remember if it was somebody on YouTube or if it was on Instagram, but somebody posted about this journal that they had gotten and that they were using, and it was really helpful, just to kind of find yourself again. And it's called Present Not Perfect. I will put the name and the author. I didn't bring it with me because that was silly, even though I knew I was going to sit down and do this video, because that's my brain lately. But I will put it in the description below. I got it on Amazon. I probably have been using it for a little over a week now, and I love it. It is like, it really does make you think about the little things and how you really don't have to be perfect. And that is huge for me because I'm extremely controlling and type A personality. So this has been very helpful for me. But I must say, I feel perfectly fine now. I don't have any horrible thoughts. I don't feel like leaving anymore. I'm, you know, back to cooking and baking and actually like wanting to participate and not just like going through the motions, which is nice. So I am hoping this is done. I think it is. I feel like it was just the built up emotions that I hadn't dealt with after the miscarriage because of everything that had happened. You know, Jeffrey started school, and then we moved, and it was just total friggin' chaos that I think I dealt with it for like a week, and then it was like, I have to move on because there's more crap happening, and then I just never dealt with it. So I'm fine now. I'm definitely, you know, I'm exhausted, but that's just because the days are hectic, and, you know, between school and Robert and, yeah, Jeffrey having therapy 3 to 4 days a week, it's just crazy. Kids who've been sick left and right, and just crazy. And now the holidays are coming. I'm just, but as for the postpartum depression, I feel perfectly fine now, which I'm so glad that didn't get any worse, because I've had it get worse. I had it really bad after Robert and was on medication for a while. So I'm glad that I was able to deal with it. I think because I've gone through it before, I kind of knew what to expect, and, you know, I think I was able to catch it early. So I must say, if you are feeling at any point depressed, talk to somebody. It really does help. It doesn't have to be like, you know, it doesn't have to be a doctor. You know, you don't have to go see a psychiatrist. Just talk to somebody, because they may be able to help you. And it is, I feel 100 times better now that I've gotten it off my chest. So that's that. Pretty shitty, but hey, I'm better now. We're gonna have those tough times. So like I said, I will put the blog post below if you want to check that out, and I hope you hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave some comments below if you have dealt with postpartum depression before, how you've dealt with it, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye.